Oh, I wish people would quiet at home when I stood up. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome the students, faculty, staff, board members, alumni, and friends of Washington Jefferson College. Those of you who join us in person and those who are joining us virtually, welcome. My name is Keith Gezzi. I'm Vice Chairman of the Board at Washington Jefferson College. I'm a proud member of the class of 1977. Thank you for joining us here today for this historic announcement to the WJ community. I'm sure you're all eager to learn what we have invited you to join us here today. But before that, I'd like to introduce Dick Clark. Dick is Chairman of the Board of Trustees. He's the retired Chairman, President, and CEO of Merck. More importantly, he's part of the WJ graduating class of 1968. And most importantly, he's a tireless advocate, coach, leader, philanthropist for WJ. Mr. Clark will share our exciting news with you. Dick?
Welcome, everyone. And I guess graduating in 1968 makes you old. I'm proud of that. So, good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here with all of you today for an important announcement today about the future leadership of Washington Jefferson College. When our current president, Dr. Tori Herring-Smith, announced her retirement last year, many people wondered how the community could find someone to manage the dedication and vision that Tori has provided WJ for the last 12 years. Thank you, Tori, for all that you have done for us. As chair of the board, I know we had our work cut out for us, and we developed a plan to find the right person for this vital position. We formally initiated our process by first assembling a great search team comprised of committed and insightful board members, representatives of faculty, staff, and students as well. And the committee was led by Trustee Diana Reed, who so diligently worked and focused on her task. And through the commitment and hard work of the committee, we found a candidate we believe possesses the experience, the philosophy, and vision to lead us successfully into the future. The candidate also has an exceptional track record of collaborative leadership, fiscal responsibility, and a reputation for creating inclusive communities while representing and advancing the institution's traditions and missions. These qualities and many more led to our board unanimously and enthusiastically vote for our top candidate. On behalf of all of our trustees, I want to thank our search committee chair, Diana Reed, and the rest of the committee for their efforts to lead this process. Unfortunately, Diana was unable to be with us today, but she took the time to prepare the following video.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry that I cannot be with you in person on such an important occasion, but I'm with you wholeheartedly in spirit. As the chairman of the board, Dick Clark, has mentioned, the search for and selection of a college president is one of the most important activities undertaken by a board of trustees and a search committee. It's a high responsibility, made more so because it occurs so rarely. The success of a college and its president are intertwined. The position of a college president today requires many areas of expertise, experience, and talent. Finding the right match between a candidate and the institution is crucial. A college must be able to attract outstanding candidates. Fortunately for W&J, its history and its reputation are superb, and President Tori Herring-Smith leaves the college in an exceptionally strong position. We began the work of identifying a successor to President Herring-Smith shortly after her retirement announcement last spring. The trustees and campus leadership thoughtfully developed a search committee endeavoring to include representatives of all of W&J's valued voices. We partnered with a nationally known search firm, Storbeck Pimentel, and were ably assisted by partner Julie T. and senior associate Julie Williams Krishnan, and their able colleagues. We launched the search with meetings of Storbeck Pimentel with important constituencies of the college, faculty, staff, students, and community leaders, allowing our consultants to learn more about the college, its attractions, its values, and its needs. A prospectus describing the college, the next president's leadership agenda, and the desired attributes of the next president was prepared, published, and disseminated last July. The search attracted 150 applicants from across the United States and abroad. The applicants included sitting presidents, chief academic officers, campus vice presidents, and leaders from outside of the academy. It was a very distinguished pool. The committee members invested hundreds of hours in the process, vetting and interviewing the candidates. One candidate emerged as the most exceptional, experienced, and talented of a remarkable group of finalists. Our recommendation to the board was validated by responses from representatives of faculty, senior staff, and students who were also part of the process. The search committee could simply not be more thrilled with the outcome of the process. We believe that the board's choice is the ideal match for W&J. I would like to thank the members of the search committee and ask those who are here today to stand and be recognized for their extraordinary efforts. On the search committee were 8 trustees, 2 faculty, 1 staff, and 1 student. They include Chuck Marcy, the vice chair of the committee, Dick Clark, the chair of the board of trustees, Lynn Deister, Keith Gezzi, Peggy Northrup, Francis Smith-Rorick, and Jamil Wilson. Faculty members were Mike Leonard, chair of the Department of Chemistry, and Dana Schiller, chair of the English department. The staff was represented by Scott McGinnis, director of athletics, and our student member was Kenny Clark, class of 2018. Your outstanding work, cooperation, and goodwill were key to the college's success in this search. In addition, I would very much like to thank Valerie Strimmel, Secretary to President Herring-Smith, who supported the search administration in addition to all of her other responsibilities, and whose help and input and knowledge of the college were critical in our work. At this time, I would like to turn the program back over to Dick Clark for the exciting announcement of W&J's next president. Thank you.
Diana, and just so you know, Diana is in the Grand Canyon today. This trip is planned for surfers. I also have to thank Valerie. Without Valerie, we would not be standing here today. I would like to tell you about the distinguished academic leader who will be our next president. I am very pleased to introduce to you to Washington Jefferson College, our 13th president, John C. Knapp. Dr. Knapp. John has had so many tremendous experiences. For the next hour and a half, I will read to you all the successes, so just bear with me. I'm kidding about the hour and a half. More like 2 hours. Before we hear from Dr. Knapp, I'd like to share his background with you. Dr. Knapp is currently the president of Hope College in Holland, Michigan, a position he has held since 2013. He has tremendous experience in a variety of academic arenas, a strong record of working effectively with faculty, and a deep commitment to ethical leadership and to the liberal arts. Dr. Knapp holds a degree of philosophy in theology and religious studies at the University of Wales, United Kingdom, a master's arts degree in theological studies at Columbia Theological Seminary, and a bachelor of science degree in urban life with a concentration in communications from Georgia State University. Prior to Hope College, John was founding director of the Francis Marlin Mann Center for Ethics and Leadership at Samford University, Birmingham, Alabama. Established and directed the Center for Ethics and Corporate Responsibility at the J. Mack Robinson College of Business at Georgia State University, and founded and chaired the Atlantic Chief of the Atlanta Diversity Management Network. Before moving into academics full-time, Dr. Knapp won many awards and accolades for his leadership in the business community as president of a communications consulting firm. A community-minded leader, Dr. Knapp focused on the liberal arts extension and the value he places on diversity and inclusion. During his tenure, Hope College achieved annual goals for greater student diversity, while also raising the academic profile of incoming classes. He is greatly respected by the students and faculty for his work to bolster a culture of inclusion, respect, and support, especially for students from underrepresented communities. Thinking towards the future, Dr. Knapp led the development and implementation of a comprehensive strategic plan. And importantly, Dr. Knapp has made the priority to develop a major initiative to ensure that every student is well supported in their career preparations. With Dr. Knapp's guidance, Hope College saw the construction of several major facilities on campus. These donor-funded projects were completed without incurring debt. That's especially for you, then. Understand? These projects were made possible through a comprehensive campaign that achieved and exceeded $175 million goal. The campaign also funded numerous scholarships and professorships in support of students and faculty. Dr. Knapp's commitment to community engagement is also highlighted in his numerous board affiliations in academia, business, and community organizations. Given the success he has achieved in leadership positions, our board is thrilled to have Dr. John Knapp join the WJ community at a time of financial stability and potential growth for our beloved and vibrant college. We know he will be a great leader for us in the future, and for many reasons, Dr. Knapp was unanimously approved as the next president of Washington Jefferson College. Dr. Knapp.
Hello, WNJ. Thank you for that warm welcome. I think I would be remiss if I didn't begin my remarks by introducing my wife, Kelly. Kelly, if you would just stand. Whatever you think of me, I can promise you one thing: you'll always love Kelly. And you'll find that Kelly is a person who will immerse herself in this campus. She and I love undergraduate students. I think if you're going to live on a college campus, Tori, you have to love undergraduate students. And we do. And we are looking forward to becoming friends with our students on this campus 24/7 the way that we do in our current place. And I think you'll find that we enjoy that role of being the campus parents at times when things happen in the middle of the night or whatever it is that we need to be present for. And so I'm excited for you to not only get to know me, but to get to know Kelly as well. We are parents of 5 adult children, one of whom is still in college, our son Ron. He's finishing his freshman year at Hope. And Ron, if you would just stand and let everybody see you. And we also have 2 grandchildren. So we know something about what it's like to get students through college. We also know what it's like to try to get them off the family payroll afterwards, which is one reason when Dick mentioned that I've initiated a major project at my current institution to ensure that we're providing students with career preparation from the time they arrive until the time they leave. Some of that is actually a response to our own experience and understanding that whatever our students study in a great liberal arts college, they've got to be ready for what's next and ready to jump into graduate school or that next career opportunity. And so I know that's very important here. This is a college that's built its reputation for many years on being a great liberal arts college that also prepares students for lives of achievement in the professions and as leaders in their communities. And so we're excited to join you as a part of that and to continue to build on that vision. I want to say just a few things about my view of the college. I think before doing that, though, I'd like to say a few words of thanks. I'm aware, as anyone in higher education is, that Washington Jefferson College enjoys a stellar reputation across the country and around the world. I knew of the reputation of the college and its current president for many years, but I didn't know the college in the sense that I knew the people and understood the culture until I was called and invited to be considered for the position of president here. And I can tell you that from my very first meeting with the search committee, I experienced a warm welcome. I met people that I thought, if this is what this college is like, this is a good place to be. And so I want to say thank you to the search committee. I wish Diana were here for me to thank her personally, but she has done a marvelous job of leading this search. All the people on the search committee have worked very hard and diligently, and certainly have given me every opportunity to explore the college, and have been very thorough in exploring me as well, I can tell you. So that's been mutual, and I think we reached a decision together that this was going to be a really good fit for all of us. But the search committee is a group that I just want to express my thanks to. I know that it takes a lot of time to do this work and to vet lots of resumes and meet lots of people, but for me, that was really the reason that I kept coming back when I was invited to return. I like the people, and I knew that this was a college that was well led as I got to know the board chair and others on the committee. I want to thank Keith Gessie. Keith is serving as chair of the transition team. I think the transition is especially important. I will be here on August 1st. And so for the next 90 days, I continue to serve as president of another institution over in Michigan. But during that time, I hope to be able to get to know you, to begin to understand more about the college and what your expectations of your next leader might be. And a lot of that will be done with the help of the transition team. So I want to express my gratitude to them. I want to thank those who met with me during the time that I was on campus. I did have an opportunity to meet your faculty members, leaders of your faculty, I would say. One of the things that absolutely defines any great college or university is the quality of its academic program. And the quality of the academic program is absolutely defined by the quality of the faculty. And you have a superb faculty here at WNJ. I feel privileged to be a part of that group. And when I had an opportunity to spend time with your faculty leaders, we had a rich conversation. They asked me a lot of good questions and gave me insight into what's important in the academic program and those who lead it here at the college. I also had a chance to meet several of your student leaders. Again, a good opportunity to learn more about what it's like to be a student at the college. I can only imagine that in the months to come, I'll learn a lot more about that. But I know from everything that I've heard that this is a great place not only to come and earn a degree, but to live and spend 4 years of your life as a part of a caring and supportive community. And I want to thank the Board of Trustees. It was a good opportunity for me recently to meet with the full board, to have an opportunity to answer their questions and to have some rich conversation about their vision for the future of the college and ways that we might work together to continue to advance the good work that's been done here in recent years. These are very challenging times for everyone in higher education. If for no other reason, we know that nationally the number of students graduating from high school peaked around the year 2009 and has been declining annually ever since. And so because of past birth rates, there are fewer people going to college. It's a much more competitive environment today than it was a decade ago. We know that recruiting students means that a college has to be at its very best in every way. We have to be sharp in the ways that we make this college distinctive, that we distinguish it from others that are also very good options for students, and that we understand what it takes to continue to be competitive, not only now, but in the years to come. And I know that Washington Jefferson has been well led by Tori Herring-Smith, that during the last several years, the college has made a number of very important strategic moves to position itself competitively and to stay ahead of the curve. This is a college that has strengths. And when I looked at Washington Jefferson and got to know the college, I said, WNJ is a place that has strengths that can be leveraged to ensure that it remains competitive at a time when some colleges, frankly, in our category of residential private undergraduate education, are faltering. Some are finding that the headwinds are too strong for them. But I believe that this college, and I know you believe that this college is one that is well positioned and well led and prepared to continue to do the things necessary to remain at the head of the pack as we compete going forward into the remainder of the 21st century. So I see a lot of opportunity to come to a place that's already strong, where the opportunity is there for all of us to work together, to find ways to continue to build on the work that's been done in the last administration. I don't come with a plan in mind. I think people often say so. what's your vision for the college, or what's your plan for the college? I had a reporter asked me that a few minutes ago. And my response is that I don't know the college as well as any of you. And my hope is that I come and we work together to think critically and deeply about what the opportunities are that lie before us and what the challenges are that must be met. And together we develop that plan that helps the college continue to press ahead and continue to thrive in a challenging time. And so I know the wherewithal is here. I know that the talent is here. And I know the culture is here. I would say that if there's anything that draws Kelly and me to this college, it's that we know this is a very caring, familial community. This is a place where people know one another. People are known by name, and they care about each other. That's not just the students, but the people who are a part of the faculty and staff of the college as well. We are thrilled to be a part of a place where we know that we can come and be in a culture where everyone is committed to the success of everyone else, and where everyone who comes to this college by invitation, whether an employee or a student, has the opportunity to realize their full potential. And so I thank you for the invitation to be here. I want to tell you that I think that this is going to be an exciting move for us and our family. Coming to Washington and the Pittsburgh area is something that we're very excited about. I can tell you that we are big sports fans. That begins with being huge fans, Scott, of Division III athletics. We come from a college that is all about Division III athletics, and we absolutely love it. We're going to be there at the games. We're going to be out there cheering the teams on. We think that it's the absolute best kind of college athletic competition there is. And you have real student athletes who are great athletes, but also great scholars like we have here at WNJ. And so we're excited about that, but also excited about being a part of a community like Pittsburgh, where sports is so much a part of the community culture, and where there's a lot of community pride here in the Pittsburgh area that derives from the tradition of some of these great teams here in the area that have helped build the reputation of Pittsburgh beyond the region. And so lots of reasons for us to want to be here, but primarily this is a great college, a college that is poised for even greater success. I just want to conclude by thanking Tori. I want to thank her for the welcome that she has extended to me and for the many ways that she has offered to partner with me as a friend and colleague as we move forward and begin a transition period that I think will lead to a continuing relationship between the two of us, moving into the next era of leadership for Washington Jefferson College. So my thanks to all of you. Thank you for this warm welcome. Know that even though Kelly and I will be away for the next 90 days, that we'll be thinking of you. We'll be excited every day about the opportunity to join you, and looking forward to getting to know all of you as time goes on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John, and welcome everyone to our family. Really appreciate it. I think you saw why we selected John as our next president. His empathy, his understanding of the part, his ability to really understand the mission of Washington Jefferson College. It's very exciting. It's also good to hear from him that serves communities on its best behavior. At times, perhaps, we weren't, but he didn't see those times. That's important. Now it's my great honor and pleasure to have our current president, Dr. Henry Smith, to say a few words. And you know that over the last 12 years, where we are today, and our standards that we have, and the capabilities we have, I truly do their leadership. So Tori is next to you.
Very brief. I wasn't sure if I should establish a trope here of my last will and testament, but I'm going to bequeath certain things to you. But first of all, I want to welcome you, John. I've had a tremendous 12 years. You've been the hardest 12 years of my life and the best 12 years of my life. And I certainly wish for you the same fulfilling experience that I've had. And I will bequeath you an incredible college. filled with students who are inquisitive and courageous, who study hard, who play hard, and who truly are the reason that we're all here. I know you will embrace them, and that they in turn will respond to you warmly. I bequeath you a faculty who are incredibly talented and dedicated. On a Saturday morning, you'll see their cars in the parking lots as they come to work with students, and as you go to the games, you'll see them there. You'll see them helping our students get internships and research fellowships and keeping track of students years after they graduate. Our faculty are truly dedicated, and they are our greatest resource. Then, of course, we have a staff that is equally dedicated and committed to our students, providing them with the library and the technology and the food and the buildings. And I could go on and on about our staff. From our admissions office that somehow reads the mind of 18-year-olds, I'm not quite sure how, brings them to us, to, of course, our faculty and our student life staff who help our students to develop in mind, body, and spirit during the time that they're here, working with them as they make choices and turn from adolescents into adults. Then, of course, once they graduate, we move on to our development office, who work with our alumni and will be your colleagues on the road as you come to meet the amazing people who have left. And through it all, you will have Denny McMaster, who was recently described as, Denny, how much does it cost, McMaster? And he will tell you no. He is one person in the world who will look at you and simply say, no. And listen, because he's excellent. I could go on about the staff. I could tell you about the development office assistant who, when she got a call from an alumnus who said, I really want to give my father, who is a graduate also, a flag that's flown on the Veterans Flagpole here at W&J. She went, she got the flag, she got it flown, without telling anyone, sent it off to the alum. That's the kind of dedication our faculty, our staff, and our students have to this family. And on a very personal note, I bequeath to you two of the most amazing women in the world, Valerie Strimmel and Debbie Morris, who have supported me and will support you. Debbie has a national reputation. Everyone in the country knows Debbie. Students who can just use her name. And Valerie I call Detective Strimmel because she has been here for 35 years and she knows more than anyone else about this college and cares for it. They will care for you. In the audience, as well as our alumni, there are representatives here of that incredibly dedicated group, including, of course, some board members who have joined us and who have been supportive of the college in so many ways, from volunteering time to sharing their treasure with us, and have really made W&J what it is. You'll also join a larger community here in Southwest PA. I think you'll find them exceedingly friendly. I always say the college and the community live in each other's backyards, and we rise and fall together. So with the leadership of our new professor of entrepreneurial studies, Dr. Max Miller, we are working on a business incubator downtown that will bring our students and our community even closer together. So I will pledge again to work very hard to ensure that your transition is seamless and makes it absolutely the strongest possible transition for this community. As I said to you, I will be here when you want me to be here. I'll be on the phone when you want me to be on the phone. But I promise not to be the ghost of president's past. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you for your warm welcome to Dr. Knapp. He is going to be a fabulous leader. You are all extremely lucky. I envy you for having him as your next president. Welcome, Dr. Knapp.
Those flowers on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, and those students. Based on what you've done for us. Now, she thinks that our recognition for her has stopped today. She has that mistake. I think by the end of May, in June, she'll say enough is enough. So we have many celebrations planned in the future for the And John, I'd like to join Keith and I. Ron, would you come up here, please?
Now for the fun part of the program. As Washington Jefferson College, we find tradition and symbols to be very important, especially as we welcome a new family to our community. First, we recognize that southwestern Pennsylvania is very different from Michigan, something our student representative, Rashir Gupta, knows very well. Rashir is actually from Michigan. He's actually also late for class. And as somebody who's very much like Rashir, I know this is torturing. But I also know that you have a presidential pardon from 2 presidents. So to help you ease your transition, he's presenting you and your family with a regional gift basket, which includes a Steelers terrible towel, a certificate to world-famous Primanti Brothers restaurant, an academic treatise on Pittsburgh Eats, sweets from local chocolatier Sarah's Candies, and topping from the Toffee House. With all of this at your disposal, you will fit in here at your time. Dr. Knapp, is I noticed you're from the South, and you say y'all, and around here we say yins. So we're going to have to extract your y'all, and we're going to put in a yins, but we've got 3 months. Thank you very much. In honor of our long and storied history, faculty member Dana Schiller would like to present you with a book about our history, though this one is not as good as the one Dr. Herring Smith is writing, as well as framed copies of both the alma mater and the college cheer. We expect to have these memorized by August 1st, and yes, there will be a quiz. Thank you, Dan, and thank you for your work on the search committee as well. School spirit is very important to Washington Jefferson College. Representing our staff this afternoon is Athletic Director Scott McGinnis. We'd like to present you, Kelly and Ron, your starter apparel from Washington Jefferson College. We hope you will wear these with pride. Thank you, Scott, and again for your service on the search committee as well. And finally, as is our tradition here, Tori Herring Smith will be presenting you, Dr. Knapp, with our most honored gift. This pin represents the newly forged tie between you and the Washington and Jefferson College community. Thank you to the gifters, to the staff, especially those who put this event together today. The communications team, thank you very much, the catering team, for all the work that you've done to make this event possible. I hope you share the excitement of our board about today's news, the introduction of WJ's president-elect. Thank you all for your support and commitment to this great college. Now we invite everyone present to stay for a meet and greet reception with Dr. Knapp and his family. Please join us for refreshments, and thank you again for coming. Witchy class.